What are things you learned in the last 5 years that you wish you knew the first 5 years you were here?
God, I'm thinking of all these negative things. Let's see.
It can be reality-based. It doesn't have to.
People lie. You will be amazed at how much they will lie, who they are when they're lying, and what they're lying about.
Very true.
5 years ago, I guess I didn't know how much of an impact I have had, a tiny impact I have had on a bunch of people I know online. I didn't know, I don't like the term influencer, and I don't consider myself an influencer because it sounds really, let me come and influence you. Just,
and not the C word either.
Not the C word.
Content creator.
Yes.
I don't like that.
But I think that's one thing.
So people lie. You didn't know the type of impact that you had on people that were, let's say, online.
Even like doing the Film Courage interviews, 7 years ago, and then I pop back in and read the comments, and I'm like, I said what? I did what? Really? Wow, I'm glad I inspired you, but man, it's very nice, but I didn't know I could do that ever. So I guess that would be a third thing. I did not know how fucked up the country was. Like I was always, painted as a pessimist when I pointed out the things about the country that seem so obvious now, that have always been there. But yeah, I guess last 5 years.
I think that's 3.5, 4.
I guess I didn't know that people would like my cat so much online. I didn't know
he's great.
That's something I didn't know that I wish I knew. I would have made my cat much more of a prominent figure in my work.
But it's cool to see, sorry to interrupt, but the two of you together though, it's not just your cat. I mean, Mike's adorable.
Oh, yeah.
And is great, takes a great photo. But
it's my photography professors would be like, what are you doing? Like literally, I remember one class who was like, I do not want to see any pictures of cats or wrought iron fences. Those are the two things I do not want to see in this class. And now I'm just taking cat pictures.
But it's the two of you together. And you did something about like investigating some kind of catnip ring.
Oh yeah,
which was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
where you were like, it was like sort of investigative journalism, and it was like, I don't know if it was like bad catnip or what it was, but you were on it.
Yeah, this guy I know that lives in Glasgow, Scotland, had a fake news show, and he had reporters all in different countries that were all doing stuff, and so I came up with, I was using the opioid epidemic, but I just switched it to catnip. And then made everything about catnip and tried to interview my cat, and that was a lot of fun. I guess I wish I knew how much more important having fun was. Like fun doing the work. Like I know I've never had a bad time directing. Like even when things didn't go right, it still was really fun. I really like working with actors. I always, run quick, easy, fun sets. It's, there's no bullshit. There's no bullshit on my sets at all. And I guess the other thing I learned is that sometimes, I probably learned this 4 or 5 years ago, but sometimes somebody who is hungry and wants to work on something is better than someone who has a resume who can prove they'd be great to work on it. Like sometimes I've definitely worked, a couple of times I've worked with people who, it was their first time shooting something, and it was my first time shooting something, and none of us should have been shooting that, and it all worked out fine. Like, it was just like, I need a DP. We have to have a director of photography. There's no way that we can shoot this without. I was just more like, so you can focus, right? you know, you had shot a couple of things with your DSLR. Okay, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you? And it worked out perfectly. It was odd that we ended up with access to three 5Ds, three operators, and we had three identical lenses that were, so 28 to 70 L series lens that just gorgeous, just does great stuff. And somehow one person had another one person could borrow one, and so we had matching cameras with matching lenses for the whole shoot. It's the only thing I used, 2870.